Yo, looks like Roblox has some problems, huh? I've been keeping up with this for like a little while, but it's time to make a video. Yeah, I mean, it's time to make a video. It's time to let the Christians speak. Oh, I just made myself cringe. I'm sorry. Let's go. I'm gonna stop. My fault.
The Schlep vs. Roblox situation has been spiraling out of control, and in just the last 10 hours since my last video, a ton has been. Chris Hansen is officially—
Yeah, apparently like every day something new happens. Apparently like every day something new happens, bro. That is insane.
come out of retirement to support
Chris Hansen. It's true, we are all over the Roblox story. Wow. Do you guys actually believe that the people— I actually don't think that the people behind Roblox are, you know, weirdos, but I feel like they are 100% like— they 100% care about profits more than, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, they're not the only company doing it. They're just the ones getting the most, you know, what is it? Drama. You know, they're the ones getting the most drama out of it now. But, you know, some companies will follow. You know what I mean? After this. Anyway.
But there have been major updates to the Louisiana lawsuit against Roblox. Roblox has released an official response to the lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I heard that this video is unlisted. They unlisted it? Wait, really? Wait, hold on. Let me go on the official account. On the official account. Okay, a lot of crazy thumbnails. Hold on. Channel. Okay. Oh, it's still there. Why does it say it's unlisted here? Did they unlist the original and upload a different version? That's what I'm seeing. Hold on, let me see. Episode 28. No, it seems the same. Okay. I guess they re-released it, I'm guessing.
Along with the brand new video that honestly feels like damage control and possibly even AI generated, and that's still not even scratching the surface.
An AI generated response to y'all not being able to allegedly, okay? I ain't trying to get sued now. I don't think they will spend money to sue a guy like me, but I have 1,000 subs on YouTube. What are you gonna get out? AI generated response to y'all not being able to protect children, allegedly? Interesting.
Because just a few minutes before making this video, I was informed that Matt Kaufman, the chief safety officer on Roblox, was caught in Roblox condo games.
There's no way. Is this actually real? Really? RBX, Rocketman's inventory, plane, condo footage? Wait, what if it— are we sure it was him, or did his account get banned? Or not banned, what am I talking— hacked, I mean. Did his account get hacked? If it was actually him, oh, that's insane,
the irony
bro.
is genuinely insane.
That is insane.
Before I get into all of that—
wait, can't he go into prison for that? Isn't that like— oh my. Because condo games, if you don't know what a Roblox condo game is, please keep your innocence and stay curious. Please, like, actually do not search it. Please don't. Like, no. I know you're a curious teen. I want to search bad things on the internet. You're just like me, okay? No. Don't do that.
Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment #free
Guamgo. Did I say that correctly? Guamgo.
But to help spread awareness about this entire situation. Because in this—
Chad, I'm helping spread awareness. Look at how good I am. Literally sinned yesterday.
as I pointed out in my last video, Schlep, now backed by 2 major law firms, sent Roblox a legal letter exposing them for running an unlawful campaign to silence him for exposing rampant—
Whoa. It is astounding that Roblox's reaction to Schlepp's detection of those people and of failures to games in the and of failures in the game safety functions was to ban his account rather than collaborating with him to ensure that incidents like that which happened to our clients never happen again. Roblox is escalating this dispute by threatening to sue and bully Schlepp into silence, and is utterly— what? Roblox is escalating this dispute by threatening to sue and bully Schlepp into silence is utterly shameful. Yeah, like this whole thing about them caring about their public image. Because, you know, Roblox is seen as the kids game, as the game all kids go to, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's a big breeding ground of, like, horrible people. Not breeding ground, but, like, horrible people are trying to make teenagers horrible people, so then whenever they grow up, they also become horrible people. There's, like, a word for that. Not a word, there's, like, a couple words for that. I don't really remember. Was it API? I don't know. But yeah, it's very bad. Regardless, the claims in your cease and desist letter are meritless. What does that mean? Schlepp denies ever having violated Roblox's terms of service, or that Roblox can make out a valid claim based on same. I have to be like, am I like comprehension dyslexic or something? All of this seems written with bad grammar. Am I bugging? Let me read this again. Schlepp denies ever having violated Roblox's terms of service, or that Roblox can make out a valid claim based on same. What? We note that the violations complained of are the very kind of which Roblox routinely fails to enforce when committed by known sexual those people using the game. We will also answer any claim for breach of the terms of service with a motion under California's anti-slap statute. What? I don't know what that means. I don't know what this means, but anyway.
Platform. The letter speaks about real cases from children as young as 8 years old being to survivors now suing Roblox for knowingly failing to protect.
Oh yeah, wasn't Schlepp like a survivor? Not a survivor. Like Schlepp was like on Roblox when he was young, and now he's made it like his life mission to protect kids on the game. He genuinely likes the game, but you know, he equally does not like those people, you know what I mean?
Kids, while marketing the game as safe. It even points out that Schlepp's investigations have led to multiple arrests, yet Roblox's response was to ban him and threaten him with legal action. I know I mentioned this.
That's stupid, by the way. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Like, that's like Chris Hansen catching a predator, taking him to the police, and then Instagram bans him from their site. like a predator that they found off of Instagram, and then they bring him to the police, and then Instagram bans Chris Hansen. Like, why?
Last video, but Chris Hansen, the iconic To Catch a host, has officially come out of retirement to join the fight, confirming his team.
That is insane. W. Chris Hansen, man.
Team is all over the Roblox story with top lawyers, multiple lawsuits, and one of the most famous hunters in the world now involved.
You may have heard that my streaming crime network, True Blue, and I are investigating the exploitation of children on the popular gaming platform Roblox. Well, it's absolutely true, and we're deep
He's so old. He is so old. You can hear it.
Into it. I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity. And we have some collaborators, some people who've been working in this space, including Schlepp, who have committed to help us in this endeavor. Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes? We're going to do our best to hold them accountable. Stay tuned. We're working hard on this project.
Wait, hold on.
Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes? We're going to do our best to hold them accountable.
Why is there a question mark here? What? Huh?
Stay tuned. We're working hard on this project.
This situation has gone far beyond just normal YouTube drama. Roblox is now facing pressure from every direction, and it's only getting bigger. Now, there's also been a quick but important...
What does the Bible say, chat? Chat, I'm not streaming, bro. What does the Bible say, though?
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which, while some coveted, after they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Now, there's also been a quick but important update from Louisiana regarding their lawsuit against Roblox. The Louisiana Attorney's General Office released a short but hard-hitting video directly addressing the case, laying out the accusations against Roblox and urging the public to pay attention to what they call Roblox's complete failure to protect children. The video summarizes the core points from the lawsuit, showing that Roblox is allegedly facilitating the distribution of material, failing to put in place basic safety controls, and allowing to operate on the platform with little to no resistance. He also doubled down on the claim that Roblox knowingly prioritizes profit and user growth over the safety of minors, using examples like games, groups, and recent criminal cases tied to Roblox. The tone of the video is very direct and clearly meant to rally public support and pressure Roblox into action, and surprisingly, they actually did respond to it.
So they've chosen profits over child safety. It's basically open season on this app. For this reason and all of the others that we've talked about today, Roblox is violating Louisiana law. And that's why we filed this lawsuit.
I'll get into their official statement in a moment, but the fact that the Attorney General followed up with a public post on Twitter saying fix it or shut it down shows just how serious this is getting. Before we get into Roblox's official response to the Louisiana lawsuit, I want to point out another statement they released earlier in the day because it deserves to be called out. The earlier press release is quite frankly a masterclass in corporate deflection. On the surface, it's wrapped in polished PR language and about innovation in safety tools, industry-leading stances, and deep partnerships with law enforcement, but if you actually pay attention to what's being said, it's more about preserving Roblox's public image than acknowledging any real accountability. They keep repeating about how much they care about safety, but most of their examples are features that either existed years ago or are vague enough to mean nothing concrete. For example, over 40 new features without detailing how many of those actually address the core issues in the lawsuit. And when they talk about things like age estimation technology or parental controls, they frame it as if these measures are foolproof without admitting how easily they've been bypassed in the past. The section about rigorous safety features is also completely misleading. They proudly state that 64% of their users are over 13 now, but instead of that being a reason to tighten up age-based protections, they use it to imply that Roblox is less of a kid platform now, almost as if to downplay their responsibility to younger users. And while they brag about reporting content to NCMEC, they leave it about how much content slips through moderation every single day, sometimes stay up for hours or even days despite user reports. Some things even stay up for months or years, as we've seen with games in the past like Bathroom Simulator or Meep City, which is ironic that I say that because we'll go into a whole new thing later on in the video. This entire response reads like Roblox is trying to bury the problem under walls of jargon, pointing at AI tools, blog posts, and collaborative initiatives while avoiding the hard truth. These systems still fail constantly, and the lawsuit exists precisely because families, victims, and even state officials no longer trust Roblox to protect its own community. If anything, this earlier statement feels like it's a preemptive shield laying down a PR smokescreen so when the lawsuit heats up, they can say, look, we already addressed this. But the talking points aren't ever going to change, and safety slogans are not safety. It's about time Roblox begins to understand that. Now let's get into Roblox's official dev form response regarding the lawsuit posted by none other than Matt Kaufman, the chief safety officer who, let's not forget, dumped $800,000 worth of his stock just hours before the company banned Schlep. That alone sets the tone for this whole thing. A calculated PR maneuver disguised as a safety update. On paper, Kaufman's post is stuffed with corporate buzzwords like advanced detection, expanded engagement channels, and clarifying policies, but scratch past the surface and it's the same old Roblox strategy. Minimize the problem, promise vague tech fixes, and give the illusion of reform without actually addressing the systematic issues. Right from the start, Kaufman tries to frame the platform's safety issues as coming from a small minority of interactions. That's a blatant understatement. Anyone who's been paying attention knows the content isn't a rare occurrence. It's persistent, widespread, and something Roblox has been called out for repeatedly. Downplaying the scale isn't just misleading, it's dangerous because it sends the message that the company still doesn't take the scope of the problem seriously. One of the biggest points of hypocrisy in Kaufman's statement is their new 17+ ID verified rule for private spaces, nightclubs, and bathrooms.
Which again, the legal age of consent is 18. Think about that. Think about that.
Roblox is acting like this is some kind of groundbreaking safety reform, but even if we take their reasoning at face value, the federal age of consent in the United States is 18, not 17. 17-year-olds are still legally minors. That means Roblox is openly admitting that these environments that they themselves say are high risk for behavior will remain accessible to minors. This is not protection, it's negligence dressed up as a policy reform. If a space is dangerous enough for it to be locked behind an ID wall, it's dangerous enough to remove entirely. The idea that you can make a bathroom roleplay game or nightclub simulation safe by letting 17-year-olds in it is completely absurd. All Roblox is doing here is drawing an arbitrary line that still leaves minors exposed to the very content they claim to be cracking down on. Even Creekcraft has publicly called out how ridiculous this is. In his words, making them 17+ doesn't solve the issue. 17-year-olds are still minors. Holy shit. Ban the games. Nobody wants to see games on the platform. When your own creators are telling you to stop defending these experiences and just remove them entirely, that says everything about how out of touch you are with your own community. The violent scene detection system sounds impressive until you realize it's reactive, not preventative. It's built to shut down inappropriate servers after the violations occur, meaning that kids are still exposed to it in real time. It also does nothing to stop bad actors from immediately migrating to other games or disguising the same behavior in new ways. This is a whack-a-mole approach that prioritizes optics over the actual protection. Kaufman also makes a big deal about clarifying their stance on implied sexual content, which is basically an admission that Roblox has tolerated huge amounts of sexual material up until now, as long as it wasn't explicit their broken filters. They're not introducing a new standard here. They're just finally writing down the rules that should have been enforced years ago. Then there's also the so-called Community Safety Council. It's a textbook corporate move. Create a panel of hand-picked creators, call it the listening to the community, and then only use the feedback that doesn't interfere with existing monetization strategies. This is not empowerment at all, it's basically just damage control. Ultimately, Kaufman's post reads like it was drafted with lawsuits and headlines in mind, not children's safety. If Roblox actually wanted to fix these problems, they'd be talking about hiring far more human moderators, implementing real age verification that can't be bypassed, and shutting down exploitative experiences before they go viral, not scrambling to look proactive after a PR disaster. Right now, this is less about keeping kids safe and more about keeping Roblox's image intact while the lawsuits pile up. Now, before we continue into the video that they made, I feel like it's important to point out that Roblox stock has fallen by about 10% since this whole situation has started.
$12 billion. Ain't that crazy?
And that 10% is most likely billions of dollars, which is why they're making so many responses to this
Yep, which is exactly why they're responding.
situation as of recently. Now, in addition to this press release that they made, they also released a 40-minute long video speaking about the situation. First off, I want to clarify that they did not directly reference Schlep by name at all and lied so much in this video, and this section of the video will point that out. At the timestamp 13 minutes, Matt Kaufman completely lied about claiming that they listened to the community's reports, and here's a clip of that.
And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off.
By the way, again, wasn't this the guy that was caught in the condo game? I'm sorry. Allegedly. You know what I mean? Allegedly.
By saying like, hey, they're reporting on issues on Roblox. They're talking about how we could do better. And, you know, we paid really careful attention. We looked at what they
Sure. Okay.
were saying. We looked at what they were reporting. And all of that went into our moderation system so that we could go and
Wait, but I thought you just said. Wait. Wait.
reporting, and all of that went into careful attention. They're reporting on issues on Roblox.
I thought you
They're
said
talking about how we could do better. And, you know, we paid really careful attention.
So you paid really careful attention, and then what?
We looked at what they were saying, we looked at what they were reporting, and all of that went into our moderation system so that we...
So, you know, if this problem is still occurring after so many years, doesn't that, like, mean that the moderation system, isn't good? You know, that's just me, though.
We could go and identify bad actors on the platform and take them off.
If anything that Matt Kaufman said in that clip was true, then why the hell is Meep City still on Roblox?
Yep.
Every YouTuber's been complaining about the issues with Meep City for almost 7 years now. Issues that are still on the platform to this day. I mean, even just yesterday, Creekcraft joined Meep City on an alt account and found a in the first 4 seconds.
Okay, so I just made a fresh account.
4 seconds?
Brand new Roblox account. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna join Meep City. And I just want to see how long it takes until I see something inappropriate in the game. All right, so I'm gonna go and join on in. This is a fresh account. All right, never played on it before, and that's about let's see here, about 10 seconds.
We will get back to my point on Meep City because David Baszucki actually defends the game in this
There's no way. Oh, okay. All right.
video. Before I move on, I also want to add that their video was edited a lot. I saw a lot of cuts that they failed to cover up, and actually the more funnier part of it is when you zoom into David Baszucki's eyes, you can actually see a Google Doc.
Yep. To give you a ref, so I got AI to write me a quick little article, you know what I mean? And this is how a Google Doc looks. I know you can't really see it. It's pixelated, but there's a white screen right there. Can you see it? Can you see it? There's a white screen right there. Now now it's just a corner, which could be like looking over here, and not at the actual words. That's why you're not seeing any words here. But yeah.
The reflection of his glasses, which pretty much right away tells it that this is a scripted recording, and as I pointed out earlier, if there are cuts, they clearly had to crop out a lot of stuff that didn't match their narrative.
Yep.
I also want to include this clip where it's really obvious that David is trying to cover up the fact that he's reading a script by looking to his right and then turning back to the laptop with the script. Just found it really funny and worth pointing out before I continue with this.
Okay, so no, I'll put you both on the spot because your job, in a way, is one of the hardest jobs in the industry. And in football, the quarterback gets a lot of fame and glory, but people know the best teams have the best defense. And this is really hard because there's a lot of content, and there's a lot of
See, this is he's trying to do what people usually do when they start talking about something. They'll just look to the side while they're thinking, right? I mean, a good example of this is Asmongold. Whenever he starts talking, he looks to the side or something, right? He's trying to do that, but he's failing miserably. Like, we can see your eyes lock on to the script game. Like, we can see it.
communication on Roblox, and you know, billions of hours of good stuff. And so,
Okay, now let's talk about the
I accidentally stopped recording, my fault.
Okay, now let's talk about the part where they very clearly imply Schlepp without ever saying his name. Around the 21 minute and 20 seconds mark, Kaufman starts talking about users running decoy accounts to catch predators, frames it as a dangerous violation of their rules. That's literally Schlepp's exact method for poaching. They don't even bother hiding it. And the worst part, instead of focusing
So Roblox, I want to ask something. So what would you prefer? Them being decoys or actual victims? That's just my question. That's just me though.
on banning the decoy accounts exposed, Roblox chose to punish the person catching them. The only point in time where they'd actually get banned is...
And from what I've heard, Schlepp is actually doing everything correctly. I don't know too much detail, but Creekcraft has said that he does it correctly, and a lot of other YouTubers said that Schlepp does everything correctly. So I don't know.
Weeks, maybe even months after the video is posted, when they are still on bail and they could easily be grooming and gathering more victims. This isn't just about safety anymore, it's about Roblox silencing the people who make their company look bad. And if that wasn't hypocritical enough, there's a part later in the video, 2640 to 2811, where they straight up defend keeping Meep City online. The senior director of product policy, Eliza Jacobs, says that she doesn't think it's fair to take down a game just because of what the players are doing inside it, as if the endless reports of and inappropriate roleplay in Meep City are just minor inconveniences.
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users.
So let me get this straight. The developer has had years to fix everything, and they didn't. So, like...
Get this straight, they're perfectly fine keeping a game that's been a hotspot for degenerate behavior for years, but when Schlepp uses decoy accounts to actually catch these predators, he's the one that's getting banned? That's not fairness at all. That's Roblox protecting a brand over protecting its users. And it gets worse. In that same statement, Kaufman doubles down and admits that Roblox refuses to take down the games if the problem is caused by the user behavior instead of the game's design. His example was again Meep City, but that logic completely collapses the moment you remember Roblox has removed plenty of games for far smaller user-generated issues, including the recent free Schlepp games. So which is it? Do you care about user safety or do you care about avoiding accountability? Because clearly whichever choice keeps you out of controversy is the one that you'll be making. Meanwhile, as they bend over backwards to protect Meep City, they go harder on Schlepp than they do on the actual patches, many of whom were only banned after Schlepp publicized it and not when he sent literal binders full of evidence to Roblox. And during this whole vigilante discussion, they never once say his name even though it's obvious they're talking about him. That's not a coincidence. They know if people search him up, they'll find someone doing the work that Roblox refuses to do. The rest of this video doesn't redeem them either. Nearly every answer from Bazooki and Kaufman is pure PR scripted, heavily rehearsed, and full of suspicious jump cuts. Their eyes keep darting towards reference points, their tone never leaves corporate mode, and you can literally see a Google document reflected in David Bazooki's glasses. This was not an honest Q&A, it was a staged PR cleanup. And those promises about new technology to detect inappropriate content? We've heard of that before. Advanced detection, automatic shutdowns, it's the same recycled talking points they've been using for years. Every time a drama like this happens, they say the same things, make vague promises, and then we're right back here at square one the very next time this is gonna happen. And finally, I want to end this section with what might be the most ridiculous line of the entire video. At 35:01, David Bazooki asks Kaufman about how shocking content still makes it onto Roblox, and his response is basically, well, it's kind of ironic that people share those clips on social media, which isn't moderated, while we actually hold ourselves to a higher standard. And then he finishes it off by saying Roblox stands out in the industry when it comes to moderation. Here's the clip of that.
There's a video that sometimes we see, which is like, oh my gosh, how can this be on Roblox right now? How do you respond to that if we have all these safety systems and they can flag it?
I have a question. Why does his mic go from sounding normal to being on both of my ears? Does anybody notice that? Like, why does it sound so weird sometimes?
Video like that.
So like you, we appreciate people identifying those situations. But I would say it's a little bit ironic that that type of content is often shared on social media and video sharing platforms and not moderated there. And so I think that really speaks to the fact that we hold ourselves to a very high standard when it comes to our policies around what is acceptable content and behavior on the policy. And we believe we really do stand out in the industry in how restrictive we are and how important we think it is to keep this type of content off the platform.
Really? You stand out? Yeah, you do, but not for the reason that Caution thinks. Roblox stands out because it has the single worst moderation system. Roblox stands out because it has the single worst moderation system of any major platform. A system where roam free in Meep City, where exploiters and inappropriate content slip through their systems daily, and where catchers like Schlupp get punished harder than the people they're catching. That's what makes Roblox moderation stand out. It's not a badge of honor, it's a complete disgrace. This isn't just about one creator getting banned anymore. This is about a multi-billion-dollar company failing its most vulnerable users and then trying to silence the people calling it out. When you have roaming free in Meep City and other Roblox games, lawsuits piling up from state attorney generals, and Roblox executives reading off of scripts while pretending everything is under control, it stops being a content issue and it becomes a systematic failure. Schlupp has done more to expose real threats on Roblox than the platform itself, and the fact that Roblox is going after him harder than the he's caught, and even has the balls to say that he's worse than the predators, tells you everything that you need to know about their priorities. And listen, I know that we've had dramas like these before where Roblox was getting exposed by a bunch of people for their crappy moderation, but right now, this is where everything is happening. Right now is actually an opportunity for change. So if you have ever seen anything on Roblox, any content that a child should not see in general, right now is the time to go to your local police station. Right now is the time to reach out to these people that are filing lawsuits. Right now, when all of this stuff is happening and we are so close to having Roblox face legal repercussions, right now is the time to go public with absolutely everything. To help me spread the word, please make sure to like the video, subscribe for more.
Wow. I mean, no, I'm a different sub, bro. It's sad. It's happening in real time, bro. It's happening in real time. A company is finally like getting repercussions for this, bro. Did I see that correctly on them? And yeah, if you were to go to look at their stock, it's not doing too well. It is not doing too well. Yeah. It's not doing too well. They are literally a multi-billion-dollar company, and they cannot fix this problem, bro. Like, come on now. Come on. We know the truth, Roblox. Come on. That was enough from me. Please do contact some people. If you know anybody, contact them. Anybody that can, like, do something about this, please. And stuff like that. And I actually have another Bible verse for this. Hold on. Listen to this. Hold on. Jesus said to his disciples, things that cause people to stumble are bound to come, but woe to anyone through whom they come. It would be better for them to be thrown into the sea with a millstone tied around their neck than to cause one of these little ones to stumble. So watch yourselves. Hear that, Roblox? Watch yourself, bro. But anyway, goodbye.